And I get it that you've seen a lot of anime, but I think a 10 out of 10 personally is something that you should preserve.
Good morning, all of you.
Good morning, sir.
I believe yesterday I saw in the groups I'm in touch. I'll just call up the center managers there and keep them informed. But have you people received Vector's booklet, PACE booklet?
No.
Okay. Today I'll follow up with them by evening. You will receive the PACE booklet, right? I'll make sure that you people receive it. It's the soft copy, first of all. Hard copy will be available, but I think the center you will not be able to reach now. Right? Soft copy will make it available by evening. Okay, last class. Somebody says I have the soft copy booklet. Should I send it on the group? Yeah, please send it. One of the students, send it on the group, WhatsApp group. Ansh, my mic is on. My mic is not off. Other students are able to hear me. Are you people able to hear me? Yes, people are typing yes. Ansh, there is some audio problem in your device probably. My mic is on. Now, last class we spoke about triangle law of addition. I'll remind you people about that and then we'll go ahead. What do you mean by triangle law of addition? Two vectors, when they're in the same direction, add them numerically. If they're not in the same direction, sum of two vectors will be the third side of the triangle taken in the reverse order. If this is A and B, if two vectors are represented as two sides of a triangle taken in one order, if two vectors are represented as two sides of the triangle taken in one order, third side of the triangle taken in the reverse order is the resultant. This is what we learned in the previous class. One more important point we learned. If three vectors are represented as three sides of a triangle taken in one order, what will be the resultant?
0.
Zero. Till here, all of you remember, right? Now, when it comes to a triangle, it's always a geometrical representation using a scale and pencil. 5 Newton force this way, 6 Newton force this way. Connect these both lines, measure the length, that is your answer. Right? Do we have a mathematical calculation, analytical system to tell me the resultant instead of measuring the length? Please observe this. This is called Parallelogram Law of Addition. It's nothing but converting triangle law into a comfortable way to calculate. Observe this. The statement goes this way. This is vector A, this is vector B. Statement of parallelogram law of addition. I'll dictate the statement, you'll wait. First learn. If two vectors are represented as two adjacent sides of a parallelogram drawn from a point, if two vectors are represented as two adjacent sides of a parallelogram drawn from a point, the diagonal of the parallelogram drawn from the same point is the result. The diagonal of the parallelogram drawn from the same point is the result. How could you say that way? Observe this. Don't you think this B and this B are the same because this is a parallelogram? Don't you think this B and this B are the same? Does it look like a parallelogram? Make it slightly this way. It looks good now. It's almost a parallelogram, right? These both are the same. They are parallel and they are of the same length. So this is triangle law. A and B are two sides of a triangle taken in one order. Third side of the triangle taken in the reverse order is the result. A and B are two sides of a triangle. R is the resultant. This is what we have been telling you. Now we made one small change to this. Now we are telling you, if A and B are two adjacent sides of a parallelogram drawn from a point, that means they are in opposite order. This is an anti-clockwise, this is in clockwise. Drawn from a point, they are in opposite order. A and B. The diagonal of the parallelogram drawn from the same point is the resultant. How do you give the justification? If this is P, this is P. A and B are two sides of a triangle. Resultant is the third side of the triangle. Taken in the reverse order. A and B is this way. Resultant is in the reverse order. So R is the resultant. Till here, is it clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, could you measure this length for me? My job is done. I'll know the resultant. And this angle alpha, I'm completely done. If you can measure this length, I'm completely done with this, right? So now watch out for this. How do you measure this length? We use Pythagoras Theorem. Extend this, drop a perpendicular onto that line. Extend away and drop a perpendicular. If this angle is theta, will this angle be theta? Because these two lines are parallel. B and B are parallel. So if this angle is theta, this angle is theta. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Call this PQR. Consider triangle PQR. PQR. PR is the vector B. Sin theta will be RQ by B. RQ divided by opposite side by hypotenuse. RQ is B sin theta. This is B sin theta. So far, so good. What will PQ be? Cos theta will be PQ divided by the hypotenuse. Cos theta will be adjacent side by hypotenuse. PQ is B cos theta. B cos theta. So far, so good. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, simple thing. Consider the triangle ORQ. ORQ. This is a right angle triangle. ORQ. This is a right angle triangle. And I am in need of this length OR. I'm using the symbol R two times here. I shouldn't have done this. This point is also named as R. Resultant, I'll call it as small r temporarily to be on the safe side. Don't use the same symbol. Resultant, I'll call it as small. Right? I am interested in small r, which is the hypotenuse of the triangle ORQ. R square is B sine theta whole square plus this whole square. This is A plus B cos theta. What did I use? What did I use?
Pythagoras theorem.
Pythagoras theorem. R square is B sine theta whole square plus this complete length will be A plus B cos theta. Remaining is only simplification. B square sine square theta plus A square B square cos square theta plus 2AB cos theta. I opened up A plus B whole square. This and this. I wrote A square here. Sum of these both is B square. 2AB cos theta is R square. You are interested in this length? I gave you the length. You don't need to measure this every time thereafter. It will be A square plus B square plus 2AB into the theta is the angle between them. R is a vector. So along with the magnitude, you should tell me the direction. How will I be able to tell the direction if I know the angle which it makes with this? Tan alpha is B sine theta by A plus B cos theta. Tan alpha is B sine theta divided by A plus B cos theta. Tan alpha is B sine theta by A plus B cos theta. Tan alpha is B sine theta by A plus B cos theta. I know the magnitude, I know the direction. I know the magnitude, I know the direction. Don't you think I know the complete resultant? So whenever they give you two vectors, and if you can represent them as two adjacent sides of a parallelogram drawn from a point, then the diagonal drawn from the same point, there are two diagonals in a parallelogram. Do not by mistake take the other diagonal. Diagonal drawn from the same point is the result. Diagonal drawn from the same point is the result. Is this clear till here?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, how did we get B square in
B
the right?
square sine square theta plus B square cos square theta will be B square.
Yes, sir.
Sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. You're aware of it?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I had a question. Sir, when we say that if we say that two vectors are coplanar, can we say that they will always be co-initial also?
No. No.
Sir, because we can translate the vector to be starting from the same point, right?
Suppose if it is not from the same point, you will not call it coplanar.
No, I'm saying if the two vectors
That's the statement above. I can have two vectors which are not co-initial, but yet they can be coplanar.
Yes,
You
sir.
can translate is a different issue.
Yes, sir.
They
I
are
was
they
asking
need
if
not
we get two coplanar vectors, then we can translate them to be co-initial, right?
What's wrong with you? Why? I can have two vectors which are coplanar, which need not be co-initial.
Okay, sir.
You want to forcibly translate it, that's your headache. But if an assertion in reason statement is given, can I have two vectors which are coplanar but not co-initial? My answer is yes. You
Yes.
can have.
Yes.
You want to translate it, jabardasti, you will keep both at the same point. That's your headache. Right? Now,
Yes,
somebody
sir.
is asking cos 180 minus theta. Kavesh, cos 180 minus theta is not yet taught to you people. Don't. Wait. First of all, write down the statement. Write down the statement of parallelogram law of addition. Write down the statement for parallelogram law of addition. If two vectors are represented, as two sides of a parallelogram, two adjacent sides of a parallelogram, if two vectors are represented as two adjacent sides of a parallelogram drawn from a point.
So can you repeat?
If two vectors are represented as two adjacent sides of a parallelogram drawn from a point as two adjacent sides of a parallelogram drawn from a point, then the diagonal of the parallelogram drawn from the same point is the resultant. Then the diagonal of the parallelogram drawn from the same point is the resultant. Take down the proof. Tell me when you're done with it.
Sir, in r square equals to a square plus b square, it should be 2b square, no, I think, because
When I take b square common from the third and this, sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1.
yeah.
1 into b square will be only b.
Okay. Sir, could you explain that last part again? Tan theta is equal to b sin theta.
Tan alpha, not theta. Alpha is the angle with the resultant mates with the first vector. So tan alpha will be opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side is b sin theta. Adjacent side is a plus b cos.
Yes.
Tell me when you're done with it.
Done, sir.
Sir, can you explain the simplification again?
Simplification.
Means from that r square, from the first to the last.
A plus b whole square. A square plus b square cos square theta plus 2ab cos theta. This step, is it clear?
Yes.
Now these two I added. B square into sin square theta plus cos square theta is b square, right?
Yes.
That's it. A square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta.
Okay. Sir.
What if two vectors are parallel? Now this is A, this is B. If A is parallel to B, what is the value of theta?
0.
If B is in the direction of A, theta is 0. And what did you tell me if two vectors are in the same direction? Add them numerically. Now watch out for this. R square is A square plus B square plus 2AB cos 0. What is cos 0?
1.
1.
1. A square plus B square plus 2AB. A plus B whole square is R square. So R is A plus B. Didn't we tell you that if two vectors are parallel, you can add them numerically?
Yes.
What if two vectors are perpendicular? A and B. R square is A square plus B square plus 2AB cos 90. In this
0.
formula of R square, theta is the angle between A and B. In this formula, theta is the angle between A and B. A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Theta is the angle between A and B. A square plus B square plus 2AB cos 90 is how much?
0. 0.
A square plus B square is R square. So your resultant will be the diagonal, and which I was aware of. R will be root over of A square plus B square, because if this is B, this is B. This itself is a right angle triangle. So Pythagoras theorem, R square is A square plus B square. Now just for your information, alpha, tan alpha, actually I can see it is B by A. Tan alpha is B by A, but yet let me apply the formula. tan alpha will be B sin theta by A plus B cos theta. Tan alpha, alpha is the angle which the resultant makes with the first vector. Right? So alpha will be the second vector into sin theta divided by A plus B cos theta. B sin 90, B cos 90. This turns out to be B by A, which I am able to see from the diagram. Something that you people should be able to visualize. Tan alpha will be B by A. Suppose I take this as alpha, tan alpha would be A by B. If you take this angle as alpha, then tan alpha would be A by B. I am taking this angle as alpha, tan alpha is B by B. Take down both the cases.
Sir, how did we get theta is equal to 0?
If A and B are parallel, what is the angle between them? If
0.
A is parallel to B, what is the angle between them? 0. Can I rub the board?
So I did not understand
No,
that
sir.
tan alpha.
Tan,
Alpha part I did not understand that last time.
tan alpha. From the formula, this was the formula given to you.
Yeah.
B sin theta upon A plus B cos theta, where theta is 90 degree. Theta is the angle between A and B.
Yeah.
So either you substitute theta is 90, theta 90, you'll get B by A. Or directly see tan alpha is opposite side by adjacent side.
Yeah.
By chance, if you are taking this as alpha, then tan alpha will be A by B.
Okay.
Are we connected or have I lost the connection?
Yes, sir, we are here.
Okay. Today the Wi-Fi is a bit unstable for me here. It is showing low signal strength. Now, for your visualization of the parallelogram law, will parallelogram law universally be right? Yes. Have a look at this. Firstly, if the parallelogram is like this is the result. R. This is A, this is B. This is theta, this is alpha. First case which you are able to visualize, right? What if the parallelogram is like this? You already visualized this. This is R, this is A, this is B. It's a rectangle. Theta is 90 degree. Theta is 90 degree. Right now we have already visualized this. What if the parallelogram is like this? You can as well have a parallelogram like this. This is A and this is B. Angle between them will be greater than 90. Theta is the angle between A and B. It is greater than. Does this look like a parallelogram? Two parallel lines. Parallelogram, right? Now this is A, this is B. This will be the resultant R. Angle between A and B can be greater than 90. Angle between A and B can be greater than 90. In your booklet, you have got good number of problems this way. Observe this carefully. This is B, this is A. The resultant makes an angle of 90 with the first vector. This resultant, if B further rotates, resultant also will rotate. Now he is telling you, resultant makes an angle of 90 degree with the first vector. Possible. As simple as it. If B further rotates, R will rotate. Now resultant makes an angle of 90 degree with the first vector. Perfectly okay with it. Are you able to visualize this situation? Here, theta is greater than 90. Theta is greater than 90. Theta is greater than 90. Theta is the angle between the first vector and second vector. The angle between the two vectors is 90 degree. So theta is greater than 90. Theta is the angle between the two vectors. Are you able to visualize both the situations?
Yes, sir. But sir, we
Only
don't know
thing-
the value of.
Yeah, you don't know the value of theta greater than 90, which will be taught. Till then, I'll keep that in a base. You know the values only up to cos 90. Temporarily remember two things for us. Cos 180 is -1. Cos 120 is -half. Temporarily remember these both values. This will be taught to you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, in the last case for finding R, we'll use the same formula, right? A square plus
Comfortably,
B
R
square.
square is equal to A square in both the cases. Both the cases, R square is A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. But here I can play it smart. If this is B, this is B. Here you can play it smart. Have a look at it. If this is B, this is B. Yes or no?
Yes.
I can use
Yeah.
Pythagoras theorem. B square is equal to A square plus R square. It will be equally right.
Yeah.
Find out R from there. B square minus A square will be R square.
Sir, we can resolve vector B into x and y components also. No?
Perfectly okay with that. We will be coming to that as well.
So, like we can resolve vectors into two axes. Can we resolve a vector along another vector?
Obviously, you can. And we will also. You have those problems in your book.
Okay, sir.
Component of one vector along another vector. We take the dot product. But that will take one more lecture for us to come till there.
Okay, sir.
Can I rub the board?
Yes, sir.
I will take one example to show you people how the additions are done. You can either use parallelogram law or you can use resolving of the vector and adding them. When I resolve two vectors in the same direction, I can always add them. Listen to me carefully. This is a vector A, this is a vector B. Let this angle be 30 degree and let this angle be 60 degree. First vector makes an angle of 30 degree with the x-axis. Second vector makes an angle of 60 degrees with the x-axis. Right? For my convenience, I am taking this to be 4 Newton and 4 Newton. Rather, two forces, 4 Newton and 4 Newton. Agreed? Now, I actually want the resultant of these two forces. First of all, is the question clear to all?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, first I will solve using parallelogram law of addition. This is R. R will be the resultant of these two vectors. These two vectors are two adjacent sides of a parallelogram drawn from a point. What is the angle between the two vectors? Can I claim it's 30 degrees?
Yes.
Angle between the two vectors will be 60 minus 30. This complete angle is 60. This is 30. So it will be 30. I took convenient numbers for myself. R square is 4 square plus 4 square plus 2 into 4 into 4 into cos 30. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Now, 2 into 4 square plus 2 into 4 square cos 30 is root 3 by 2 R square. Keep an eye on the simplification. 4 square I bring it out common. And this 2 gets cancelled. 4 square I bring it out common. 2 plus root 3 is R square. Am I right? R is equal to 4 root over of 2 plus root 3. This is my resultant. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is the other way of solving the same question? You had 4 Newton this way, 4 Newton this way. 4, this is 30 degree, right? I will resolve the first vector as 4 cos 30 and 4 sin 30. Resolving, I hope you people remember, component of the vector adjacent to the angle is vector into cos theta. Not adjacent to the angle is vector into sin theta.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the other vector in red? This is 4, this angle is 60 degree. Component of 4 along x-axis will be 4 cos 60. And along y-axis will be 4 sin 60. This 4 component adjacent to the angle is vector into cos 60. Not adjacent to the angle is vector into sin 60. This 4 along x-axis will be 4 cos 60. This will be 4 sin 60. How much is this? Cos theta is root 3 by 2. Cos 60 is half. 2 root 3 plus 2 is the x component, if my simplification is correct. Right? Now, what is the y component? 4 sin 30 is 4 into 1 by 2. This is 2. Right? 2 plus 4 sin 60 is root 3 by 2. This will be 2 plus 2 root 3. Yes or no?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Now this is my x component, this is my y component. That means you have converted this problem into 2 plus 2 root 3 here, 2 plus 2 root 3 here. What will be the resultant? Root over of this square plus this square. 2 plus 2 root 3 whole square plus 2 plus 2 root 3 whole square. You are not able to see that part of the board. 1 second, wait. You have converted this problem into 2 plus 2 root 3 here, 2 plus 2 root 3. Will I get the resultant R? Root over of x square plus y square?
Yes,
Root
sir.
over of x square plus y square? Can you square and substitute here and verify if you are getting this or not?
Yes.
So there are two ways of solving depending on your convenience. What is it? One, go in for parallelogram law of addition if you know the angle between the two vectors. Two, resolve the vectors along x-axis and y-axis. Add up all x components. Who gave you the permission to add up numerically? Because they are in the same direction. Similarly, add up all the y components. So you'll have one vector along x, one vector along y. Take the resultant, you get the answer. Take it down till here.
So, sir,
Ah,
you solve the two sums using different methods, right?
same sum using two different methods. Same sum, the two vectors are 4 and 4. Angle between them is 30. Here I resolved along x and y and I took the resultant. Here I used parallelogram law of addition.
Hello, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Sir, I didn't understand the resolving part, the resolving the vectors on.
I'll explain it again, but could you tell me your doubt so that I can address it?
Sir, I didn't understand it only. The 4 sine theta, 4 sine 30 and all that.
I'll explain it again, but it will be better if you can tell me what is your doubt. I'll explain it again. Take it down.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Huh?
in that parallelogram method, in the second step, what is that 2?
What?
In the parallelogram method, in the second step, you have cancelled that 2. Yes, what is that?
A square plus B square plus 2AB cos 30. 2AB cos
No, in the
theta.
down step.
Now cos theta, cos 30 is how much? Cos 30. Cos 30 का value. Hello.
Root 3 by 2.
Root 3 by 2. 2 and 2 got cancelled. This 2 and this 2.
Okay, sir.
Now, somebody who had access to the soft copy of the vectors booklet, did you post in the group?
Yes, sir.
Sir, if we have to find the direction of the vector, then using that tan alpha formula, we will find the resultant vector in relation with another vector. And we can here find that using in relation with the x-axis and y-axis also. So which to do?
Depending on the 4 multiple choice options that they're given. Did they give you the angle with the first vector or with x-axis? I'll explain that 1 second. Wait, I'm downloading this vectors booklet. Okay, now wait 1 second. I'll first address that boy's doubt. He wanted me to explain this resolving. 4, listen, the boy who asked for resolving. 4 I resolved using 30 as 4 cos 30. This step, did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Right? And this 4, when I resolve along the y-axis, will be 4 sin 30. 4 cos 30, 4 sin 30. This step, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, similarly, this 4 I resolved along x-axis as 4 cos 60 and y-axis as 4 sin 60. And
Yes.
then I added these both. How will you add both of them? They are in the same direction.
Okay, sir.
4 root 3 by 2, 4 into 1 by 2 will be 2 plus 2 root 3. Similarly, I added both and I got a y component. Now I have 1 along x, 1 along y. What is the resultant? Root over of x square plus y square.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Take the resultant and verify if you are getting this or not. Now listen, basically, in your multiple choice options, listen to this carefully. This angle you take as alpha, then tan alpha will be y by x. Y divided by x. Here y and x are equal. So tan alpha is 1. Alpha turns out to be 45 degrees. This step, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, suppose you tell me alpha I will take as the angle between resultant and the first vector, not x-axis. Now, that depends on the paper setter. In the 4 options, he may give you alpha with the x-axis or alpha with the first vector. It's the paper setter's choice.
Okay, sir, got
Now,
it.
here tan alpha will be, alpha is the angle which it makes with the first vector, then second vector into cos 30 divided by first vector plus sine 30 divided by first vector plus second vector into cos 30. This is the formula told to you. Tan alpha will be b sine theta upon a plus b cos theta.
Yes, sir.
B sine theta upon a plus b cos theta. Here alpha is the angle which it makes with the first vector. Here alpha is the angle which it makes with x-axis. Both of them can be right in a multiple choice options where more than one option is correct. Tell me when I can rub the board. Can you people see these two problems 1 and 2?
Yes, sir.
I'll give you 5 minutes for you people to solve both. Question number 1 and question number 2. Is it done?
So first question is done, second is
Okay,
For
I'll
1
wait.
minute, sir.
I'll wait. Shall I? No. First question, people with doubt, raise your hands. First question, people with a doubt, please raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, listen. At what angle should the two forces, 2F and F root 2 act? What should be the angle between 2F and root 2 times F such that the resultant is root 10F? What should be the angle theta such that this is the resultant? This is the question asked. Parallelogram law of addition. Resultant is root 10F whole square is 2F whole square plus root 2F whole square plus 2 into 2F into root 2 times F into cos theta. Resultant square is a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Right? Parallelogram law of addition. Theta is the angle between the two vectors. Right? 10f square is equal to 4f square plus 2f square plus 2 into 2, 4f square, 4 root 2 f square cos theta. Till here, is it clear? 10 is equal to 4 plus 2 plus 4 root 2 cos theta. 4 plus 2 is 6 plus 4 root 2 cos theta. Bring 6 to the left. 10 minus 6 is 4. 4 root 2 cos theta. Cos theta is 1 by root 2. How much will theta be?
45.
Now is it clear to all of you? People who are in doubt, please speak.
Sir,
Yes,
in
sir,
second
clear.
question is answer 60.
Answers are visible down 30 Newton and 40 Newton. Can I rub the board? Now, second question may have a look. Two forces acting on a particle in opposite direction. One force is F1, another force is F2. I can be numerically adding or subtracting them because they are in the same line. They are in opposite direction, so I will subtract. F1 minus F2 is given as 10 Newton. If they act at right angles to each other, F1, F2. If they act at right angles, the resultant is found to be 50. 50 square will be F1 square plus F2 square. Parallelogram law or Pythagoras theorem. Anything will do, it's the same. Cos 90. If the two forces plus 2 F1, F2 cos 90, hence this will be 0. Say something. So this is my first equation. This is my second equation. 2500 is F1 square plus F2 square. This is my second equation. This is my first equation. What will F1 be equal to? 10 plus F2? 2500. F1 is 10 plus F2 whole square plus F2 square. Can you solve this quadratic equation?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Can I rub the board? Can I rub the board?
So, sir, this is only
Yes,
the
sir.
answer.
Pardon?
This is the answer.
This is the answer, matlab?
But this is the equation for the forces.
Simplify this, you get the answer. Quadratic equation solve करना आता है कि नहीं आपको? F2 is the only variable in that equation. How can this be the answer? ये answer दिख रहा है यार आपको. मजाक कर रहे हो यार. Simplify this, you'll get the answer F2. Don't tell me this is difficult. 100. Quadratic started for you people? A plus B whole square, A square plus B square plus 2AB plus F2 square. This is 2500, right? Bring 100 to the left, 2400. This will be 2F2 square plus 20F2. 2, 10, 1200. Not fair that you are making me do the simplification. How can this be an answer, you tell me? F2 square plus 10F2. So F2 square plus 10F2 minus 1200, 0. People who cannot solve this quadratic, please raise your hands. Two things important, listen. We have learned how to resolve a vector, right? Now is the time when we start using it. If ever you have a vector this way as R, component of this vector along x-axis is R cos theta, along this is R sin theta. This point, is it clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Anybody with a doubt in this? So hereafter you will write this as R cos theta I cap plus R sin theta j cap. Do you all agree with this?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Coefficient of I cap is the x component, coefficient of j cap is the y component. Right? Advantage of writing this is called a position coordinate, representing this as a position vector. Position of the head of the vector with respect to the tail. Position of the head of the vector with respect to the tail. This is called a position vector. So you are always taking the tail of the vector at the origin. Advantage of representing vectors this way. Suppose I have a vector ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap. Vector b bx I cap by j cap plus bz k cap. We have already seen how to draw such type of vectors. But now we will not go into the geometry of this. You ask me a plus b is the simplest calculation ever. Add the coefficients of I. Ax plus bx I cap. You mean to say you added both of them numerically? Yes. Why did you add them numerically? Reason being they both are in the same direction. You can add them up. Plus of ay plus by j cap az plus bz k cap. Coefficients of I, coefficients of I cap, coefficients of j cap, coefficients of k cap added. Now I have the final vector. Addition of vectors becomes so very easy. You ask me a minus b. It will be ax minus bx I cap, ay minus by j cap, az minus bz k cap. You ask me b minus a. It will be bx minus ax I cap, by minus AY J cap, BZ minus BZ K cap. Hence, representing a vector as a position coordinate or a position vector makes our life much simple when it comes to addition of two vectors. You don't need to know parallelogram law, you don't need to know triangle law, you can directly add them up and give me the final answer. Doesn't mean parallelogram and triangle law are optional. You have to learn both of them. This is a different mathematical way of adding vectors. I will take a numerical example and explain. Take it down. Take it. Can I rub the board? I give you a vector A as minus I cap plus 2J cap. B is given as 3I cap minus 2J cap. C is given as 5J cap. Find the value of A plus B minus 2C. Find the value of A plus B minus 2C. First you will try and then I solve, or should I discuss?
Sir, we will solve.
Okay, I am waiting.
Minus 8 I cap.
1 second, don't shout the answers. I'll solve. Let the others try. But minus 8 I cap don't exist here among the options.
Sir, do we need to give the magnitude or in vector form only?
Vector form only.
2I cap minus 10J cap.
Wait, don't shout the answers. Let the others try. Yeah. A plus B minus 2C. By this is C. How much is 2? And this we will write as 0 I cap plus 10 J cap. I cap, there is nothing. That means it should be 0 I cap. Now A plus B minus 2C. A is minus 1. So A plus B minus 2C is minus 1 plus 3 minus 0 I cap. Two minus 2 minus 2C. Minus 2C is 10 J cap. This plus this minus all coefficients of J. This plus 3 minus 1 is 2 I cap. Is this very clear to all?
Yes, sir.
So all you will do is add up the coefficients of I, add up the coefficients of J, and add up the coefficients of K. That makes your life much, much, much simpler. Is 10 I cap minus 2J. Vector B I cap minus 4J cap minus 5K cap. A minus B is how much?
Should we tell?
No, no. Much faster than others.
So should we say?
No, no. Type your answer to the host. I'm seeing your answers. Few of you are committing a small silly mistake in simplification. Have a look. Your requirement is A minus B, not A plus B. A minus B is 10 minus 1 I cap plus of minus 2 minus of minus 4 minus 2 minus of minus 4 plus of 4 minus of minus 5. Minus B means this minus this minus. This will be 9 I cap plus 2J cap plus 9K cap. 10 minus 1 is 9. Minus 2 minus of minus 4 is plus 4. 4 minus of minus 5. 9I cap plus 2J cap plus 9K cap. We will have to build on this in the next class. How to exploit position vectors. You
Sir, you are not audible.
Sir, can't hear you.
Still can't hear you, sir.
network is going bad.
Yeah, now we can.
Now
Sir,
you're
now
audible.
you're audible.
Okay, fine. You will have homework after the next class. Our next class is tomorrow. Right?
Sir,
Okay,
next
sir.
week timetable is not given yet.
Yeah, I just saw that. Our next class is tomorrow. See you people in tomorrow's class. We'll build on it in tomorrow's class. You'll have homework after that.
Okay, sir.
Good
Bye,
day.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Bye,
sir.
sir.
Bye,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.